Instagram. Hello, Instagram. We are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. And we are live on Facebook again. Hello, Facebook. So I'm so glad to be here today. I apologize if I sound stuffy. It's because I am. I've been moving through an illness for the last 2.5 weeks or so, and I'm finally feeling like I'm on the upswing. But I do still have a little bit of congestion, so I apologize if I have to take little breaks to breathe. And I have some tea here for me with some honey in it to help soothe my throat so I'm not like coughing in everybody's face while I'm trying to do this live stream. Um, so yeah, wow, what a day today. This is a pretty epic day. Not only is this an Aries new moon, okay. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, meaning this is the first full new moon of the astrological year. So not only that, but it is also the spring equinox. Woohoo! We are finding equilibrium, right? The day and the night have become equal, and our masculine and feminine energies are coming into balance. I got my little ankh here in representation of that. So it is a very balanced Aries new moon, but it is also a 0-degree new moon, which does not always happen that new moons are at 0 degrees. So it is at the start of the start of the start of the start at the equinox. Yes, dream state visions, Venus North Node conjunctions. Pluto is about to move into Aquarius in a couple days, which is a 20-year-long transit, y'all. This happens, like, this isn't going to happen again in your lifetime, probably. That, well, definitely not that Pluto is going to move into Aquarius in your lifetime. So yeah, lots of big shifting energies right now. And I think it's absolutely perfect that we take this precious moment to acknowledge how far we have come in this last 12 months. If you can think back to March 2022, and maybe you want to close your eyes and breathe into that March 2022, where you were at, what you were doing, some of the things you were dealing with, mindsets that you were trying to shift out of, or more positive mindsets trying to shift into. And think about everything that has happened since then. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. And here you are in March 2023. I bet it's been a lot. I know it's been a lot for me. I was still dealing with the death of my mother, selling all my things, moving overseas, quitting my job, doing my first few art shows. Like, a lot of stuff happened. I would love to hear from you too. Some of the things that you have moved through over these last 12 months, and where you're at right now on your creative journey. Because for me, I feel like this energy is really giving us the opportunity at a blank slate, a chance to truly move forward. That the last 12 months have been a massive release, breaking away, shifting out of. And now we have an opportunity to step into the new in a very powerful way with this 0-degree Aries new moon right at the equinox, right as there are these big planetary conjunctions and shifts occurring. So this is not an opportunity to miss. And you will have this opportunity again very soon, because did you know there are going to be 2 Aries new moons this year? The next one will be in April, and that one is going to be also an eclipse. So if some things between now and mid-April come up for you that you realize, oops, some final edits are needed, I need to cut some things out of my life, some people, some habits, whatever it is, to really make a clean jump into the new, you have time to do that. And the next Aries new moon, that's an eclipse, will support you in making those final edits. Let's see, we got some messages coming through. Oh, Wings of Jewels, thank you. Lost my mom 5 years ago and my dad 4 years ago, so I sympathize with you, Amanda. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been really tough. But yeah, I totally still feel my mom with me everywhere I go and everything I do. Dream State Vision says, I was denied a spot to sell my work in a shop exactly a year ago this month. And yesterday I had a meeting to sell my work in a new shop just 2 blocks from the old opportunity, right? Talk about transition, a new leaf, turning it over. Big sign that some doors must close to allow for the opening of others. I am so grateful for how much growth I've been able to feel and see since this time last year. Totally. I'm so glad that that's clarifying for you. And that's really what I'm hoping that we can start off this conversation with, is that recognition of how far you've come over the last 12 months and the things that have been shifting and changing for you. And that, if you're part of this community, if you are part of Awakened Creators and you really feel connected to that energy and to me, then please know that you are on track, you're on path, you are meant to be doing what you're doing with your creative expression, and that the universe is absolutely supporting you in pursuing your joy. So, if there are still some things that are feeling tough for you, don't despair, and know that by tuning into these energies as they come up, which is why I talk about moons and lunar stuff, because it's a cycle that we can so easily get in sync with and move through our journey with, that will really help support our evolution as creatives. So you are right where you need to be. I'm just going to check my notes here. So the way today is going to work is we're going to talk about some Aries themes that I feel like will really support you on your creative journey. And then we'll move into speaking some affirmations, which I shared yesterday. But if you haven't had a chance to look at them, don't worry. We're going to go through them together. And then I also want to give you an opportunity to create your own affirmations. And then we will speak them as a group and really support each other's in manifesting that new energy that you want to call in. So if you have a journal or you want to have a journal nearby, you can. And maybe some altar items or whatever just makes you feel safe and cozy, because you really want to give yourself permission to be here and permission to be safe, especially a 0-degree anything is going to ask you to make sure that you feel safe and your boundaries are set. Think of that 0 as like a big protective circle. So whenever we have planets at 0, we want to make sure that we are honoring our own boundaries and setting some protection. Oh, excuse me just a moment. I hope I don't lose my voice by the end of this. All right. So this new moon, I already kind of mentioned, it's at 0 degrees, right at the start of the spring equinox. We have some massive planetary changes that we won't go into depth into, but you can look them up online, especially with Pluto moving into Aquarius, which only happens every 20 years. Dream state visions also mentioned, Venus conjuncting the North Node. I think that was direct either way early this morning or yesterday, but yeah, that energy is still active for sure. But the new moon, so we have our masculine and feminine in representation of the sun and the moon coming together. And that is always going to manifest as the creation of something new. So when we're creating something new, we want to make sure that we assess what it is that we want going forward, so that we're not calling in the old, we're not repeating patterns that we no longer desire or feel in alignment with. So this really is an opportunity for you to lay down your intentions, not just for this lunar cycle, but for the whole next astrological year. Again, Aries is the start of the astrological year. So again, by this time next year, if you would project yourself into the future looking into the past, start thinking about and feeling into what it is that you would like to have embodied in that 12-month span. So in this 12 months going forward, I would hope that some of what you would seek to embody will include some of this delicious Aries energy of drive and motivation and will and that fire, that secret fire, that initiative, going for it, fearlessness. The universe is supporting you in the pursuit of your creative journey. And if you really take that to heart and you really truly believe that no matter what, your desires as an artist, as a creator, are being fully supported by the universe, what would you do? Where would you go? How would you start showing up in places and really owning that part of yourself? Yes, I am here. I am an artist. Aries is that I am energy. It's a declaration of what. So begin giving some thought to those things, because this moon is going to support you in moving in that direction. Okay, so we already kind of talked about that. So with that in mind, when I was developing my notes for this session and I was thinking about Aries, I know the archetype symbol is the ram, but when I think of Aries, I always visualize a baby lamb, like bucking around, like so happy to have been born. And lambs and deers and horses and things like that, they start walking like as soon as they're born. They learn to walk like a few minutes later. And they're like, oh my God, I have legs, and jumping around and galloping, and they're just so happy to be alive. And that really reminds me of the purity and beauty of Aries energy. Is like, if you are being reborn, which you are, you just went through, your energetic body just went through an entire astrological cycle. Pisces is over. You've been birthed through the void, and you are now coming out the other side. You are this baby lamb bucking around. Wow. Like, let us be, first of all, happy and celebratory for us still being here and honoring our creative expression and being ready and prepared for whatever is next, and in full embrace of the opportunity that our life is starting to present to us, to fully receive it. and no longer say no to it. So, excuse me. So how can you really start embodying that? What Aries themes, and I want to hear from you, what Aries themes and energies are you looking forward to manifesting and calling into the new year? Because for me, I want to be that baby lamb. I want to fully embrace the support of the universe and not take it, not question it, not doubt it, not take it for granted, but to really be like, oh, you really do support me in my creative journey. Well, guess what? I'm about to start jumping around. So maybe it's that you want to call in some more will or drive. Maybe you're ready to stop taking a back seat and you're ready to start showcasing your art, going out there, putting yourself out there, saying, here I am. I accept I am a creator. I am an artist. I am, a writer, whatever label you feel really good about. I am this, and I am going to take up space unapologetically because the universe is really supporting you in doing that. I can hear the birds outside. I don't know if you guys can, but it was raining a little bit earlier today, and I think just such a beautiful first day of spring, a little drizzle, the birdies tweeting, just like a perfect spring morning. All right, Dream State Vision says, I want to use my Aries fire to finally burn down my fear of anything. Drive for sure. I feel driven to be seen in my local community. That's beautiful. Those are wonderful, wonderful things to want to embody. Yes, let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen in your local community. Be seen by your family and friends. Be seen online. Wherever feels really good to you, let yourself start to be seen and burn down that fear, right? Because that baby lamb that's born, that starts bucking around, is not afraid of anything. Like, I have these legs. God universe has given me these legs. Of course I'm going to use them. And look what happens when I go like this, and it's just such a proud of itself, I guess, kind of energy, but in just the most innocent, beautiful way, where it's just honoring who it is and what it is. Oh, wings of jewels. I hear the sweet birdies. My mommy loves birds. Yes. Oh, it's such a beautiful, I've been sleeping with the windows open for sure to help my congestion as well. All right. So now that we've kind of sat with this Aries energy and some of these themes that we maybe want to call in during this time, let's center ourselves with some breath, and then we'll explore these affirmations that have come to me for this moon. And then you can share some of your own, and we'll honor those for each other. Okay. So wherever you are, go ahead and just make yourself that much more comfy. Maybe you wiggle around or get that knot out of your back or your shoulders. Maybe place your hands somewhere comfy on top of your knees or in your lap. And if you're sitting in a chair, placing your feet flat on the ground, or otherwise just feeling yourself really rooted wherever you are, however you're sitting. And start to take some breaths, nice and gentle. And just again, really give yourself permission to be here, permission to call in the new, permission to fully own your life and make of it what you wish. No longer bound by the past, no longer controlled by fear. And use those little lamb legs to do what it is that you feel called to do in this lifetime without apology, without explanation. And just be. Take a big, deep breath deep into your belly. And so let's explore these affirmations. And as we are doing this, I want you to really tune in and focus on how you feel, what comes up for you as you speak them. Okay, these are the affirmations that I created for this new moon. And I think it's really important whenever we are speaking affirmations or trying to embody new affirmations that we pay attention to how they feel when we speak them, and to notice if there is resistance to certain words or ideas, and not judge ourselves for them, not say, oh, it just doesn't work, affirmations don't work, blah, blah, and get frustrated, but to pay attention and go, oh, that's interesting. There's still some part of me that's uncomfortable with opening up to that idea. And then you can take that wisdom, that awareness, and journal about it or talk to a trusted friend about it, however you process emotional energy the best, and kind of get to the root of it. And when you get to the root of it and you are able to add love to that space, it's more than likely that that affirmation will sit quite well with you from that point, and you can try it on again. So don't get frustrated thinking, if you try to say, like, I am a successful artist, and the word success is like nails on a chalkboard inside of your body, it doesn't mean you're never going to be a successful artist or that you're not a successful artist now. It means that your internal concept of success is out of alignment with your soul's truth. So you might still be holding on to an idea that success equals something, some set of conditions, and your soul obviously disagrees because your soul is unconditional in all ways, shapes, and forms. So anytime we try to hold on to conditional ideas, we're going to feel that inside, that resistance, because it's usually our ego and our mind in conflict with our soul's truth. So just take that with you as you move through your journey. And let's sit and breathe into this first affirmation. So maybe you want to place your hands on your heart as you do this so you can tune in, or hold a crystal that you love. And just breathe gently as I speak it. And if you would like to speak it along with me or repeat after me, you can, to really feel how it resonates within your body. I am passionate in my pursuit of creating art that makes me happy. I am passionate in my pursuit of creating art that makes me happy. And as you sit with that, feel into it. If you'd like to share what's coming up for you, I would love to discuss it. Let's say it again. I am passionate in my pursuit of creating art that makes me happy. And I feel like for me, this affirmation sits well. And I'm ready to begin embodying this idea that I get to just make what makes me happy. But maybe you are used to creating for other people or creating to prove something of yourself. Maybe the idea of making art that makes you happy is difficult to embrace because you think it should do something else beyond just make you happy. But it doesn't really need to, does it? Can you ask your higher self, your soul, what's really true? I am passionate in my pursuit of creating art that makes me happy. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, Dream State Visions has a response. Oh, yes. Big lesson for me lately. Creating art that makes me happy, not the algorithms or tiptoeing around what I think my artistic kindred and followers want to see, embracing all of my projects. I love that because we are so diverse. I know I am not the only one in this community who expresses themselves in a multitude of ways, not in just one medium, not in just one form, not in just one style, even. There are so many ways for each of us as our own individual self to express, and we can oftentimes feel pressure to censor parts of ourselves in order to be more palatable for others. But we definitely want to embrace all of us, and allow the full expression. Like that baby lamb is just like, I'm going for it. Like, I'm me. This is who I am. I think that even if that baby lamb had like a deformed leg or something, it would still be born and try to buck around. Like, it would not care. So, let us own all of ourselves. Wings of Jewels says, oh, my body loved this one. A wonderful rushing of life force energy up my neck and my spine. When you get a response like that to an affirmation, hold on to that affirmation. Start saying it every day, multiple times throughout the day. In fact, well, I can't show you because I'm using my phone to stream right now, but I have affirmations, like 3 core affirmations that I try to hold on to each month that really resonate with me. And so whenever I open my phone, I see my screensaver that reminds me of those affirmations and just try to repeat them in my head. So, yes, when you feel a full body positive response to an affirmation, it is in full and complete resonance with you and your soul. You should absolutely hold on to it. Excuse me just a moment. Great feedback. Okay, let's move on to the second one here. So again, situating ourselves in a way where we can really tune in internally and feel into this one. This one is very Aries. I am ready to step boldly into my next creative version. I am ready to step boldly into my next creative version. How do you feel that one? Any words stand out to you? Feel uncomfortable? Does it feel good? Say it one more time. I am ready to step boldly into my next creative version. And if you'd like to share what's coming up for you, I would love to discuss it. Maybe I am ready scares you a little bit. Am I ready? I hope I'm ready. Maybe stepping boldly. Maybe you've never stepped boldly before. Maybe you've mostly, like Dream State Vision says, tiptoed. Maybe you've been tiptoeing and now you're feeling called to step boldly. And that's asking a part of yourself that's not got as much exercise to come into play, right? It's like when we don't work out a certain muscle and then we start working it out, it's not strong yet. It's just not. And that's okay. It's new. My next creative version to me, Wings of Jewels says, yeah, okay. Okay. Maybe you can tune into that flatness. Is it just that it doesn't feel necessary right now for where you're at? Or is that flatness resistance? Maybe you can journal about that or ask your soul for guidance. Dream State Vision says, woohoo, ram, wild baby lamb. Oh, I love that. I love that. Ram, wild baby lamb. I am so ready, scared, but ready. Yes. Yes. And we speak a lot about evolutions and personal transformations here with Awakened Creators because you're always changing, you're always evolving. I know for me personally, I feel like a different person like every month. I'm just in a constant state of shifting and transformation. But maybe you feel like pretty stable where you're at on your creative journey. Again, this could be a good thing. This could be really feeling good, feeling settled, feeling like you know who you are. And it can also be a form of resistance. I don't know. You will know better than me how things feel inside. Emotional flatness, full body flatness. Yeah. So Wings of Jewels, maybe this one just does not, is not necessary for you at where you're at right now. Or it could be resistance. I don't know. That'll be for you to tune in to get more from that. They say take what resonates and leave the rest. So do what feels good to you. Okay. Let's step into, just one last thing. What I mean by that flatness can be resistance in a sneaky way is like, I will let you know that my attachment style, I have learned this, is avoidant, meaning like when things don't go my way, sometimes my response is to shut down or shut out. And it doesn't, when things come up for me like that, it doesn't manifest as like, anger, like really like a strong energetic response. It manifests as like the door is just closed. I am unavailable to even deal with that situation because no. So it can be like a protective, self-protective mechanism. So just put that out there. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. I'm just saying that in my experience, sometimes I know I can go cold. And maybe it's my Gemini moon where I'm like either on or off emotionally. But I know that I can sometimes just shut down and have like no feeling towards something, even and it's in a way to protect myself. Subtle resistance. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Or can be. I'm not saying that that's what you're experiencing. I'm just saying that I can feel that sometimes. Okay, let's feel into this next one. I like this next one for us all. And I wish for all awakened creators to feel this. I am empowered to give my energy to the things that light me up. I am empowered to give my energy to the things that light me up. How does that one feel for you? Where do you feel that one? Does it flow? Does it fall flat? Does it feel constrictive? I am empowered to give my energy to the things that light me up. Maybe giving your energy to the things that light you up doesn't always feel empowering. Maybe sometimes it feels guilty or selfish. I know I've had to deal with that a lot as a mom, and just being in relationship with other people is like making time for my art, my creativity can sometimes evoke feelings of guilt, or am I not doing enough, or is this worthy of my time away from these people that I love? But I am ready to feel empowered by choosing the things that light me up, knowing that when I'm lit up, I'm a better mom, I'm a better partner, I'm a better daughter, I'm a better sister, I'm a better friend. I'm better to myself. I'm kinder to myself. I know when I start getting grumpy, and I'm not sure why I'm grumpy, it's usually because I haven't written in a while or painted in a while. All right. Wings of Jewels says, my body loved this one again. Same reaction as that first affirmation. That is great. Empowerment. Big smiles, Dream State Vision says. Internally and externally. Lights me up just to say this. How beautiful. This affirmation lights me up, says Wings of Jules. That's great. Yes. I am empowered to give my energy to the things that light me up. This is such a take your power back kind of affirmation. And I love that for all of us. Like, the things that light us up, we can trust. That I have. This is one of the affirmations I have on my mirror at home. My desires are clear and safe guidance. The things that light me up, that I desire, that I love, that turn me on, are clear and safe guidance. I can trust those things. I can trust my feelings. When I feel like I really want to do something, I can trust it no matter the outcome, no matter how it turns out, no matter who responds to it or doesn't respond to it, no matter if people like it or don't like it. When it lights me up, I empower myself by honoring that, by saying yes to that. And also, it means the things that don't light me up, sorry, I just don't want to do them. That's also empowering when we honor what doesn't light us up. And we say, nah, I'm not feeling it. And I honor myself enough that I'm going to put my energy towards things I really feel good about. I feel passionate about. I feel like I can put my full force behind them. And the things that I can't, you can find someone else. Sorry. I think creatives, we really got to get comfortable with that, saying no and also saying yes to the things that we really want to do. Even if there's little fear dialogues going on, but we feel it inside, like, really want to do this, listen to that. That's clear guidance. All right. Let's tune into this one. I'm curious what you guys feel about this. I am free to start again and change as many times as I want to. I am free to start again and change as many times as I want to. Feel into that one. I am free to start again and change as many times as I want to. This is tapping into that Aries archetype of the spring, of the new, of the starting again, of the taking chances and not necessarily needing to know all the answers, but just going for stuff. And maybe it's new for you, and that's okay. I am free to start again and change as many times as I want to. So how does that one feel for you? There's stability within accepting change. Maybe that one's hard to wrap your mind around, but there is stability in accepting change. The cycles of the planet know this. This wisdom is inherent, that accepting that things just are in a constant motion, becoming new, falling away, becoming new again. And there's stability in Dream State Vision says, girl, can I get that on a t-shirt? Maybe. No. Wow, so powerful and true. We can morph and evolve and switch it up whenever we feel called. Aries fire. Absolutely. Absolutely. And oh, sorry, my phone's going crazy. And this new moon in particular is like, look, you want to start it all over. You want to be someone totally different. You want to finally pull those, sketches that no one's ever seen before, that's like a totally different style than they're used to seeing from you, and pull them out and share them. Like, do that. There's no rules to this other than the rules you create for yourself. You realize that, right? So if we bind ourselves by some rule that we are not allowed to change, we're not allowed to evolve, we're not allowed to be different than what we've been in the past, you're in a direct violation of the laws of nature, which are that change is constant. Everything is in motion. So allowing yourself permission, freedom to start over, to change as many times as you want to. It's true creative freedom. Nobody wants to feel stifled. Wings of Jewels, my voice deepened with the words, as many times as I want to. This was an interesting one. I felt pulled down somewhere, but not in a negative way, more like in a safe, comforting way. Wow, that's incredible. Maybe, that deepening of the voice, like a supportive masculine energy that's like, as many times as you want to, do it. Holding that space for you, that masculine aspect of yourself is like, yeah, as many times as you need to. Let her work, folks. Let her work. Let her chat. Safe and comforting. Beautiful. I think that's, you showing up for yourself big time. All right. So, yes, that feels like that's exactly it. Wings of Jewels. Yeah. We all have the masculine and feminine energies within us. And, when we are doing inner work on our masculine, and maybe having issues in the relationships with masculines in our lives, it's usually because we're dealing with it internally. So yeah, I'm so happy that you're showing up for yourself like that. Especially on this equinox, and those energies are coming into balance. I think that's a fantastic omen. Okay, I want you to create some affirmations, and then I would love for you to share them so we can affirm them for each other. So if you didn't catch the Pisces New Moon video that we did, I kind of walked you through a process of creating more soul-aligned affirmations, so things that are going to deeply resonate with you. And the gist of it is that we want to move beyond the form of the thing we wish to call into our lives, and instead get to the feeling vibration of that thing. Because our soul, really more so than anything, longs to feel certain things. And so I want you to ask yourself what it is that your soul longs to feel in this new year. So yes, we are in March, but this is the start of the new astrological year. Aries season begins now. So this next 12-month cycle, what is it that your soul longs to feel? Start with that feeling word. Maybe you write it down. I'm going to do this in my journal, actually. And maybe it's more than one thing. Don't feel restricted by this process. Just write what you need to write. So what does your soul long to feel in this new year? I'm going to give you a few minutes. And leave some space, because we're going to expand on that. So maybe just start with some feeling words. My soul longs to feel ... In this new year, my soul longs to feel what? Try to, tie it to where you're at in your creative journey. Maybe you write 1 or 2 or 3 things. And then after that feeling word, you can add details as far as the how, the where, the with whom for these feelings. So for example, I wrote down grounded. I really want to feel more grounded. But how, with whom, where do I want to feel more grounded? So I might expand that and say grounded in my purpose. So connect with that feeling and attach some details to the end as far as where you would like to feel that, with whom you would like to feel that, how you would like to feel that. Okay. And then what you're going to do, I should maybe make this a worksheet or something. I think it's a really cool process. I just figured it out while I was journaling one day. I was like, oh, that's actually a really good way to come up with an affirmation. And now all you'll do is you'll just put I am in front of it. And if you need to change some of the tense or grammar to make it make sense in your language, you can do that. And then if you would like to share, I'll share mine. Let me read some of these comments. So, ooh, Wings of Jewels, a lot came through. I can't wait to hear. Dream state visions. My soul longs to feel safe, to believe I am deserving of good things. Yes, yes, yes. You are deserving of all the good things. I love you so much. Wings of Jewels, buzzing, fizziness, wonder, buzzing with wonder. Ooh, my goodness, I love these. Alive, a flight, a light, a glow, effervescent. I love that. Yes. Life feels just like I see just sparkles all around you. Yeah, just like bing, turning the lights on. My soul longs to feel loved unconditionally by myself. My soul longs to feel fully embodied with the new version of me that has come to fruition in the last year. Absolutely. So right before that first feeling word, let's put I am. So for example, grounded in my grounded was the feeling I started with. I want to feel grounded in my purpose. So then I'm going to put I am in front of grounded. So I am grounded in my purpose is my full soul aligned affirmation for this new year. I am grounded in my purpose. And again, these are things that we want to embody over the next 12 months. So don't be upset if some of it doesn't sit with you yet. Be patient as you start to flex them and work them, that they will get stronger over time and you will begin to embody. But you are seeding it at the most powerful time you could possibly seed these intentions. So good for you. I'm excited for you. I also said I am ready to be myself in all aspects of my life. I'm ready to be myself. I'm ready to be myself. I'm ready to be myself. It's such a simple, powerful affirmation, right? No more being anything other than me. My soul is alive with wonder. I love that, Wings of Jewels. I am expressive of my most authentic energy. So take those affirmations and let's affirm them for each other. And how we're going to do that excuse me, as you finish add your affirmations to the chat that you wish to have evoked, and we'll go ahead and we'll settle into just a final closing of this ritual. And hopefully I don't have a coughing fit right beforehand. Drink the rest of my tea. I am light with sparkles. I love that. Okay. So I'm just bringing my hands to my heart. Settling back into this space, this place here and now. Calling upon God Universe, my guides, all the beings of the highest love and light vibration here to assist us on our ascension journeys. Casting a circle of protection around each and every beautiful soul who's connecting with this transmission, both present and future. And in this moment, asking and calling upon this beautiful Aries New Moon, this spring equinox, all of this delicious 0-degree energy that's calling for us to turn the page, take a new step, move in a new direction that's more fulfilling, that's more joyful, that's more honoring who we truly are as creators, as individual expressions of the divine. And we just give gratitude in the darkness of this new moon and seed the following intentions, knowing that as we speak it, so it shall become. And thanking you for the power to direct the course of our lives in these bodies and in this lifetime, and to make manifest that which we most sincerely desire. And so we hereby affirm for thank you to all of you who are here, present now and in the future, tuning into this transmission, tuning into this new moon, tuning into this spring equinox, to this balancing of light and dark, masculine and feminine, to come together in such a epic and cosmic way, to merge these energies to create something new, something beautiful, something that honors how far we have come and yet is filled with delicious possibilities of what can be when we fully and boldly step into our creative truth. And so I just thank you for being here. Thank you for being committed to your art, to your heart, to you. You are creative for a reason. There is no mistakes. and you are meant to be expressing yourself in this lifetime, and I am so glad to be a part of your beautiful creative journey. Thank you so much. So, with that, I'd love to hear what else you have on the docket for this beautiful week. Oh, the birdies. Yes, they are. Wings of Jewels says, I wanted to put my hands over my knees instead of my heart during this last meditation. Thought this was an interesting difference. That is interesting. It's a lot more stable. That's great. Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing those little nuances. I love how the energy just manifests in different ways for people. And dream state visions, yeah, the birdies are affirming too, still singing our praise of courage. I felt that same thing when I heard them chirping. I'm like, yay, it's spring. They're happy. We're happy. If you can't see behind me this beautiful blank canvas, this is the new baby I'm going to start that my dad and I created it together, shaped like a house. So that's what I'm working on. I'm going to start a new project and express my most authentic energy in this project. So I think you all are wonderful. I am so glad to have shared this experience with you, and this new moon specifically, sharing it with you. We are going to have the most amazing, most fantastic, most eye-opening year ahead, and manifest the life of our dreams. I know absolutely we will. So thank you again, and you have my full and complete support energetically, and everything that you wish to make manifest in this new astrological year is yours to be had. It's so nice to be with you here too. I will see you guys at the next lunar event, the next full moon. Bye for now. And if you missed anything, you can catch the replay when it posts in just a moment. Bye, all. Happy equinox. Hi, Mary. Oh, I love you too.